everybody, and welcome back to Philia. Last we saw our heroes, they were scaling the colossal python in search of the Lady of Coin. After making swift work of the bandits and the statue's stomach, the gang found they had avoided a poisonous trap set for them. They were then joined by Maya, High Priestess of Valis, whom the gang had contacted for backup. Ascending further, they found themselves in the heart of the Colossus, packed again with dangerous quadruplets. But even more dangerous was the heart itself, spitting fire throughout the chamber. While Stella swiftly tried to destroy the heart, Persephone quickly jumped in and found the valve to shut it off instead. After the acrobatic siblings were dealt with, the other members of backup arrived in the form of bullbugs. The Minotaur from the Stygian Row claimed to be its greatest fighter, finding himself disappointed that he missed most of the fighting. Heading up the last stretch of stairs, they find the doors to the head where the Lady of Coin resides. The Vel spied, using its clairvoyance, to find her patiently waiting for the heroes, but instead of busting right in, he uses the Horn of Balmitria to summon a plume of paralyzing smoke to form underneath her. She successfully overcame it initially, however when the gang entered, the Fel twists his power of fate and forces it to fall under its paralyzing will, while Persephone goes to tie her up. No, pardon me, I haven't actually had a chance to listen to the session. It was Nephel twisted his will so that Caliandra could successfully blind her, thus incapacitating her quick enough for Persephone to get up and tie her up. However, she managed to nimbly quickly escape from the blindness and the binding and scurries away from the smoke as combat ensues. Atalanta, upon seeing her, recognizes the helmet worn by the Lady of Coin as that of the platinum helmets worn by Queen Thessaly of Themis and her two sisters, and also gets a peek underneath the helmet, revealing her head to be topped with snakes. And we are jumping directly back where we left off last time. Atalanta has just finished her turn, so that is Maya, who is going to run up to a currently prone Juno and cast a Cure Wounds spell on you.
Maya.
Wait, is that for me, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Maya is going to run up.
By the way, Finn, remember you are still inspired.
Thank you.
Use her spellcasting model.
I'm giving you a thumbs up, but you cannot see it.
So as she runs up, she puts her hands on your chest. Juno's like, "Oh my god, I hope you're okay." For 10 hit points.
Grand, so I'm up to 20, yes. Okay, cool. Thank you.
She is now up in the fray. That is her turn then, so that is Persephone. Whatever shall I do?
Is Bish hidden? Doesn't say he is, so I think not.
He did not hide on his he tried to hide on his last turn, but he did not roll well with it, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Why not? What is Bish doing?
Okay.
Buse is pretty much Buse is in the center of the room, so Buse is close enough to her.
Okay.
After she scurried away.
Close enough for sneak attack?
But before that,
There's mates up by him.
There are people.
I would just I think that they do not have there. And can someone tell me what clever as the gods do this?
There's a sheet with it.
There is a
I believe it's that she has to make a charisma saving throw.
I thought it was where Buse is like, look over there! Ooh!
That does sound correct. Yeah.
That's misdeeds. Clever as the gods. It is, yes, on your turn you may use your bonus action to make a deception roll contested by her insight, and then if he wins, then we get advantage.
It's a bonus action.
Quick, advantage.
Convince her that snakes are allergic to horses.
I will do this on her. So I must roll deception.
Yeah, charisma deception.
Charisma
Contested by the
deception.
creature's wisdom insight.
Fantastic.
You got it.
I can't read his handwriting, but I got it.
That is a 24.
Hell yeah.
Remind me, insight is wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom insight.
Yeah, wisdom insight.
Okay.
Wisdite.
It doesn't matter. She critical failed. She rolled a nat 1. So how do you distract her as she's finally overcome her blindness looks around, has just stabbed Juno, who has just been recuperated. Atalanta and Maya currently staring her down. What does Persephone do?
What Persephone is going to do is he is going to flex. And say,
Check out these rings. You wish it were me.
you may be within my father's head, but I am on your mind.
Oh my god. Was that a deception into charm, or
Is he trying to fuck this Medusa?
No.
She's just, like, you can just see in her eyes that she's just trying to, like, unravel the knot of anything that sentence meant. It's just...
He's always doing that. His mind games out the
so
ass.
it's that you'll have advantage against her for the next round, is it?
Yay.
yeah? I assume until Persephone's next
Until
go.
the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we all get advantage on her.
That's a bonus action.
Yeah, so he still has his action.
Fantastic. Then what I am going to do is I am not currently up in the fray, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Then I will clip-clop a little bit backwards until my vine behind is just slightly back out the doorway, and then I will take my short bow and I will shoot it at her with the hope that I hit her and not one of my adjacent allies.
And hopefully the skill to back that up.
Always
That
back.
is-
He's got the skill to back it up, but he has the skill to shoot.
Did you roll the advantage?
Sorry, it's
Yes,
17.
but not
Oh, wait. No.
Exactly. Anyway.
25.
5 definitely is going to.
He's actually got a 18 there, and it's +3, so he's actually got 26 to hit.
26 absolutely hits.
Fantastic.
It's very fast.
It's D6 for that, and then he's got
Oh, his sneak attack.
3 D6 for sneak attack, so I actually need 4 D6.
More squares.
More squares, please.
Would you like a square from
Cubes.
Let's do him.
Okay.
Give me cubes.
I don't have a square to spare,
You
unfortunately.
like to roll the damage.
I do, but like it's so far away.
4 D6, and we add 4.
Nice. Is this gemstone?
They're nice dice.
Okay. So
Yes, it was
that's
for me.
3, so that's 6, 10, 11.
Plus
Yeah.
4 is 15.
15.
Nice.
You clock her right in the side.
You're really attracted to me. Kuta.
Like, that's exactly it. It's like you
If
try,
you
you flex and try to charm her, and she just looks perplexed as much as anything, but totally like trying to kind of unravel the meaning of any of that. Completely misses you as you run down the side, just shoot her in the side.
Interesting technique use.
But as you take that shot and it hits her in the side, she lets out a scream. Ah! Okay, you want to play distraction games? How about this? And she is going to reach up, pulling the
Oh god.
silken drawstring
Oh no, it's move on.
next to her.
Hmm.
And as she pulls it, all of the silks and curtains around the room give way, revealing a wall lined wall to wall of mirrors.
That can't be
Oh.
good. That can't be
I guess
good.
we don't need the hot mirrors.
I mean, adding more mirrors can only help, right?
Unless it hinders in exactly the opposite way.
Yeah. You would think, yeah, if she has mirrors, it's probably to her advantage.
Maybe she's just really vain and we'd be fine.
Oh god.
Wouldn't be the first debate we do, so we could.
Oh no. Maybe she thinks we're really vain. That's what the distraction's about, is that we're gonna get caught up in it. And
You
it
say that
might
like
work.
Buse won't get caught.
Yeah, I
What
was
if
gonna
she
say
looks
that
at
might work.
herself in the mirror?
It doesn't affect it. The Medusa, you have to look them directly in the eyes. At least that's what Calianta has to do. Not that she knows it.
And now that as the mirrors drop and all of you take in suddenly
Our
the
beautiful bodies.
the room get looking around, I give you all one opportunity to use your action to close your eyes.
Yeah.
However, you will be fighting the next round in the blinded condition.
Okay, well, the blinded conditions means that our attack rolls have disadvantage, but with Buse's Clever of the Gods, it
Oh,
evens
yeah,
out.
it would be regular. Yeah, okay.
But will auto-fail any ability checks that require sight.
It is worth remembering that this is part of the invisible condition as well. if you don't know where someone is, you have to be attacking the space that they are at, and then you attack with disadvantage. If she moves from where she is now,
We're all screwed.
then we need to locate where she is.
Yeah.
So, or we could be swinging blind, or we could be swinging out of
On
front.
our turn, we can open our eyes though.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do my birds get killed by her sight?
What are the legal creatures
Hand me
for
the
this?
somebody hand me a player book.
I have the thing here.
I'm just gonna have a look at the stat block for that.
Is it a creature? A humanoid?
Because I'm just saying, if these birds save the day, oh boy.
If those birds can be like, chirp, chirp, she's over here.
Yeah. They actually. Yeah. I was thinking more they could peck her eyes out.
They do not have immunity to petrification.
Boo! My poor birds!
So same as that, the birds will not. The birds will also succumb.
Yeah, well, they're all closing their eyes then.
So all of the Stim Fae are blind. I'm gonna just run down the initiative. This is also using your reactions as well.
Cool.
Okay.
Juno, are you closing your eyes?
Yeah. Wait, did you say Jury or Juno?
Juno.
Okay. Sorry, I thought Eric answered, so I thought you meant Jury.
I thought you meant me because I'm up next.
No, just so I can get a track of this. I'm just gonna run down the
Oh,
initiative.
sorry. I misunderstood completely. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Juno has so many tags on them.
Calandra.
Yeah.
Because Buse can do that each round. If he keeps tricking
Opa.
her, it'll even out.
You're basically able to see her to be able to.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm not gonna close my eyes.
Okay,
Stella Eos.
Like, you have to know.
It's going to close her eyes.
Shouldn't
It's
It's
going to
play with
close
the
her
gods,
eyes.
it's just distracting her. It's about making a deception check against her.
Atlanta.
She's closing her eyes, and all of her birds have returned to her shoulder / head, and are also closing their eyes.
Stim Fae.
Just their wings open.
Yeah, they're like,
Or they're owls, because their head is probably just...
Close
Nope.
oh yeah, it's way better. Their heads all move to the back.
Why am I tried to tag on Maya that just said Maya.
Maya.
Persephone.
Bucephone is going to close his eyes.
I hate myself.
While he is a big fan of having statues, perhaps in the future, at this particular impasse, he would not prefer that.
We would like to have statues, not be statues.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, fellow Bucephone.
Jury as a bull.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Closing your eyes?
Yeah.
Still bull.
It fell.
I think the fella sees everyone else closing their eyes and closes his eyes.
Yeah, sounds fair.
Yeah. Huh? No.
Bulbog is not.
God, I was just thinking, I was like, I should tell him. Nah, fuck. Anyway.
Opa. Make a... Make a... I believe it is a Constitution save.
Oh, you can do that one.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's good. It's a wonderful start. That's a 16 plus 3 is 19. 19.
19 saves.
Mm-hmm.
With a tone.
Yeah, it sounds like a big butt coming.
How did Bobo do?
Bulbog just saves.
Oh.
Damn it.
Would have been a nice statue.
Almost all of my spells rely on sight.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I need to be
Yeah.
able to see.
Only
But-
because I have one that doesn't. So.
She is going to move off the side of the room. Opa and Bulbog can see where the rest of you cannot. Jury.
Can I do like some sort of perception check to find out where she is and then attack, or what's the
What was
yes,
sniff test?
actually, that's what was it. Advantage check? Was it advantage on sniff checks?
that rely by with perception check that rely on smell? Yes.
I'll allow that considering you have no sight.
Okay, cool.
Jury sniff.
Tess just saves the day.
It was a 17 and then perception. Just a 17.
A 17, yeah, definitely finds her.
Okay, because I'm ungraceful usually, can I make a lot of noise going to where I'm towards? Because I'm, like, as in, with that,
Can you be a bull in a china shop?
pretty much. Like, as in, I'm just wondering, I would just like to, I'm making a lot of noise anyway, so I would just like to note that in case that would help my companions.
If you hit... If you hit her, I will say that perception checks then you get advantage for the rest of the ring.
Okay, cool. Alright, well, let me try to do this then. Aw, bees. Okay, oh wait. Do I know if, am I able to, I'm keeping the roll, but like, am I able to run back and run up and get a charge? I need to be 20 feet away from her, but I have 40 feet, so I can move back and forward.
Yeah. Because you had kind of gone up in there first, hadn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, she moved off, that gives you enough room. I think, yeah, she moved about 30 feet away from you, so...
15?
15 is not it.
Balls! Anyway. Alright, let me try again. Anyway.
And you're up on her now.
Pretty sure 16 is the magic number.
God fucking damn it. No dice. Sorry, gang. Anyway.
15, you get the scent, you smell the perfumes that she is adorned in. Knowing the wide kind of range that she's moved. And you follow it, however, with your eyes closed, your horns swing and thrash into nothing. None of you get advantage in finding her. Nefel, that is your turn.
I don't want to find her. I would like to go back to where I saw her pull the rope, please.
You can. I'll say like you where you saw her originally. Yeah.
So I'm not sure. What was it, like a pull down method, or like what?
Pull out.
What did she do to get these?
Like even before, like you probably spotted this. Like as it looks like it was a scenario. It was a setup where once she tugged this, it let everything drop.
Oh, so they're all on the floor.
Everything's on the floor. Everything is
connected
just
to
full.
anything.
Not anymore. Like this wasn't a pull it once it goes up, pull it second time it goes back down.
Let me
Look, she basically let the entire thing just drop.
It's like crochet, we're just covered in all this.
Let me. Could I cast Eldritch Blast on the mirrors?
Does it rely on sight?
Visual. Yeah, but if there's mirrors everywhere and I aim at one of the walls,
You're
surely
probably
I'll
hitting
get...
one of us though.
Can I touch a mirror and then...
But Eldritch Blast relies on target, though.
Yeah,
Visual.
no, I'm not. No, that's absolutely like if you target the mirror, you're gonna smash the mirror. I'm like these are not like high reflective. I'm not. No, I'm gonna put the foot down on that.
So yes.
No,
If I target the mirror,
you smash the mirror.
yes.
I thought you meant you were looking to reflect the thing around the room.
No,
yes.
no, I'm
She's
looking
not-
to
Sorry,
break the
she's
mirror.
I don't know. You didn't say that, but for some reason that was
Yeah,
immediately.
doesn't matter. We know what's going on now. Let's
Yes, break the mirror. Yes.
That's what I'm not trying to do. Some wizard shit. I'm trying to do.
Val's doing a trick shot.
Nefel's totally
yes.
despising this.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Do I need to roll to try and
Yes,
get
so
it?
this will be an attack roll.
You get those mirrors.
I'm gonna get him. Okay, that is a 15.
Well, 15 definitely does. Hit me with just a quick damage roll.
A quick damage roll.
Just a quick little damage roll.
Just a wee one.
Just a small wee
Little.
damage roll. 7.
7. You let out this crack of lightning as it bam, zat, cracks one of the mirrors.
How many mirrors are there?
In totality around the room, there are 12.
Okay, that's gonna take a
Down,
while.
room to go.
Yeah, and I think I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay, give me one quick sec. That is Nefel's turn. That is Bullbug, who is not blinded.
Hell yeah, Bulbug.
Come on, man.
And also, like Opa, knows where she
Come on,
is.
get her ass.
And sees all of you. Well, let's make a quick intelligence check.
Oh, come on.
No.
He's such a dumb boy.
We don't even want him to be intelligent. To be
We don't
honest.
even want him.
No, well, no.
I'm gonna say DC 10. He decides.
Come on,
to
buddy.
tell
I
you.
believe in you so much.
That's a 5.
Nah.
Sounds about right.
I'm reading for MOXEN on this one.
He.
I'm a killer.
But he is going to charge.
Yeah, good. Solid move.
Charge
Yeah, go for it.
and attempt to hit her with his horns. And he's doing this recklessly.
He already had advantage.
It does not matter to him.
He does not know that.
Let him live. Let him. Everybody get off his case. Oh my god, let me boy live anyway.
And he absolutely does a 23.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So that is going to hit. He is.
Okay.
And not great. So he deals 13 damage
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
as he
Wow,
runs
respect.
up.
This is
And
great for him.
Opa, while you see this all happening, the rest of you just hear a just loud rush and then a clang as his horns just dent into her armor, bruising her. Opa sees Bulbug rush in and fight him. But that,
He get a second attack?
nope,
Not very
that is
Oh,
his turn.
Come on. Anyway.
That is his turn. So Juno, that is your turn.
Okay, so just so to clarify, we need to break the mirrors.
You can if you want. And actually, I just realized I was meant to do 2 beams that time. Well, maybe just keep that in mind. Coming back to my next turn.
You gotta remember to do your stuff. That's up to you, Juno.
No, but like that helps us, right?
It will, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just so like how far am I to a mirror? Because there are 12, right?
You are up by her. You're pretty much right up against one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming you get up for being prone then.
Oh yeah. At this point.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's happy movement.
I would like to, because I feel like I have very strong goat legs and I have hooves, so I would like to just like try like blunt force against them to like crack them.
You can use your club.
That I have. But like, so I guess no, I'm not going to be.
As fun as that is, you will only be hitting with a D4 damage on your hooves.
Use your club.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I suppose. But I would just, I just wanted to try and see if I could do something else. 'Cause I don't have. I was going to use my horns, but then I forgot they're not there at the moment. So, yeah, okay, I'll just use my club then.
Hit with stick.
Yes, I will hit with sticks.
Great.
Okay, I'll do
roll
that.
attack.
Once. Yeah.
With disadvantage, by the way, because blind.
But advantage
You can
because
roll.
Clever is the guy.
Standard,
So just
because
regular.
of course, I forgot. No.
Yeah, so
no,
what-
Because he's not attacking her.
because he's not attacking
Oh,
Mark.
yeah, you're right.
Roll.
I thought you said because it was the mirrors and not her that we know where they are. They're against the wall.
No, you don't have to find them. You still are blinded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hitting the mirror.
So I'm
Something
gonna roll
like-
twice then. Yes.
Something.
Yes, so you're rolling with disadvantage.
So AC
Yeah,
is
exactly,
a
yeah.
combination of both hitting the thing and also hitting it with enough force as to do damage. Like, having heavy armor gives you like a flat AC. of
Okay,
18.
so that's an 11 then, I guess. But I
Plus?
But like, that's with strength. Oh, hold on. I have to remind myself. That's with strength, right?
Strength and your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So it's a 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry, my laptop was a bit slow there. Yes, cool. So 14. So that hits, you said, yeah?
Yep. Give me a damage roll. What's the total on
So
the
that's just a 4, or like I plus a 1, do I?
Strength, yeah.
Yes, that's 5 then.
That's 5. You run up, eyes closed, you hear Nefel let off crack to smash that first mirror. Juno, you get the message, and you run up, swing, and bang! Smash in another mirror.
Extra attack.
Yay!
Once
Oh,
more
I can
to
do an
healing.
extra attack.
Yes.
Break another mirror.
Okay, so but I'm gonna roll twice with disadvantage then, yeah?
Yep.
Again with this one.
Same as the last. What's wrong? It's actually +4 to hit, not +3. Well, that's going to be a 10.
10 doesn't hit.
Shit. Sorry, guys.
You let it, you crash one, but you underswing on the second one. Your eyes are still closed.
Okay.
Then if that is Juno, that is Caliandra.
You gonna do anything?
You can do whatever.
I'm gonna keep my eyes closed, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her. Because she just needs to hear me.
Dissonant Whispers does not require sight.
It's a creature of choice within range that can hear.
Interesting. Okay. What do you have to do?
Give me a Wisdom saving throw. Oh, that's good. That's good.
That is 14.
Which I believe is a fail.
Oh, hang on.
That is a fail. So she takes full damage and has to move away from me. Sorry, guys.
Where are you?
At the door.
That's grand.
She has to move toward the window.
No, we don't want to kill her.
You said it
You
was
just
fine.
said.
I know, but that was because Rebecca didn't understand how these things work.
But Atlanta hasn't said
No,
that.
Atlanta hasn't said it. No, it's not killer anyway.
It's only that it only said that she's moving as far away, like just away
Yeah, she
from.
doesn't have to move into dangerous ground, so she doesn't have to go out the window. Just saying that.
Oh, that's
Award it!
if she so desired.
So, what was the damage?
16.
16.
Psychic. I got it for us.
Brain freak.
And
That's so weird.
I'm
Doesn't move
going...
near you.
Darren Brand is shaking.
I'm gonna give my bonus action help to Atalanta.
Get her.
Thank you.
Good shot using that. I actually don't think we've used it that much today. Good call.
So, you're still in the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she can't actually move that way. So Opa and Bulbug see that she does move kind of towards the far side, towards the windows. The rest of you do not.
Are there curtains on the windows?
No.
Boo.
Are the windows intact?
She is going to take a legendary action
Of course she is.
So,
Roll down.
and is going to take
Would a sweet pair of sunglasses help in this situation?
take a pot shot at Callie.
bitch.
If you can get him off me, the sunglasses are yours, but I can't gain the benefit of any equipment I have until I'm a dude again. So if you want to go through my stuff, full permission, but I can't use them.
I thought Abuse like fully with his eyes
Oh, I
closed
guess
going
we
through a
could put
band.
them on.
Yeah, sunglasses, perfect. Gonna go out in style.
12 just misses.
Yes, it does. My AC is 13.
She is. You can definitely tell, like, from this psychic wave as she moves to flee away from you. She does try turning around, running, and taking that shot, but just zings right past you at the door.
I hear the wind.
Okay.
Well, do you know what I really love about the cloud cover? When you're up this high. Do you know what I love about it? The sky is clear and it is all that much brighter. I'm going to grab Caliander's gem of brightness off her, and I am going to do that blinding ray on her once more.
You heard me say the command word, so.
Yes.
Another!
yes.
What was the save on that again?
Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Constitution.
DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
That is 17.
That's 17.
Um,
Is that an action or a
that's an
bonus
action.
That's an okay.
Good try.
As you kind of underhand, you see like she is getting frantic. She is hurt and hurt bad.
Oh, really?
And so far, all of her tricks are failing at every single turn. And after getting this, like having this moment of fear as Callie hit her with Distant Whisper, she's lashing out on the attack. You try to hit her with this gem of brightness with that confident speech. And you see she kind of just turns her head aside as the like place off the armor, and she looks at you and is like, the same trick won't work twice. And she's going to take her second reaction at you.
If she would just ask for parlay.
No, we got her bloodied already.
Oh, we work on the pirate honor system. Right?
Maybe you did.
Not in this campaign.
If someone said parlay,
that's
Fell would open his
12.
eyes.
She
That's all I'm
misses.
going to say.
That's true. That makes
I'm
sense.
going
for
to
you.
have to try a lot harder than that to hit me.
Tell me on the video if you listen back to
You're
when
in
we were
right now.
watching
She is
Pirates.
mad.
You bring up parlay only when we watched one of them.
As these arrows just
Oh, yeah,
have been
definitely.
blinking
This is when we're
past
watching
and
it.
past.
The parlay area.
So that is your second reaction. So that is Stella.
Go off, Queen. You got this.
Stella's gonna open her eyes. Does she need to make a check for this?
Yes, if she's opening her eyes before the next, before Lady Yokoin's next turn, she's gonna make the Constitution save.
Do a wee peek. Pretend your eyes still closed. Make squint out of them. Trick her.
Say, put your hands over your eyes and say, I'm not looking, but then like open them a little bit.
It's not good.
What's the
Might be enough.
roll?
It's a 6.
It's 6.
Stella isn't as sneaky as. She doesn't understand yet what sneak is for your eyes.
She's not used to not being little anymore.
She was just blinking actually that time when we were all closing our eyes. This is the big blink.
It's a long blink.
She saw everyone else do it.
And she's
she was
opened her eyes to see if we're still
is
doing
this the thing that we're doing now?
Is
And
the
then
thing
she
we're doing,
heard.
when do we stop?
Is this the game we're playing?
She opened her eyes to see if we're still doing it.
Oh, no.
In this moment of franticness, a lot of you cannot see anything. Opa, you have just tried to flash and blind her, and suddenly, like, you can hear, the rest of you are hearing all of this. You hear Opa's confident speech, you hear the fling of the gem of brightness, and then you hear Moxen's retort, you hear the ting of an arrow. Stella, from where she was standing, where Moxen was, turns, and to find her quarry, looks and opens and meets Moxen's gaze dead on.
Bro.
Opa. You and Bulbug are the only two that see this, as you see Stella's form instantly from the ground up turn to stone. Stella is petrified.
Bro.
Does anybody say anything who saw this?
Shit.
The rest of you
We're not
have
aware.
not seen this.
Probably for the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm sure there's a deep petrification spell.
There is.
Yeah. One that maybe someone who did a bunch of heals earlier, whose name was Maya, maybe who was sent on for a specific reason. Maybe she wants to...
Stella is now incapacitated, and that is the end of her turn.
Incapacitated or petrified?
Petrified. Okay. She is petrified, still she is incapacitated.
Okay.
And also, I imagine.
That's true.
Also, others.
Also, several other things.
Cat teeth.
Yes. Can't age.
Atlanta.
If anything, it's good for the skin. You
Can I do a history check on what she knows about, like, Medusas and the curses?
Yes. Yeah. Give me a history check.
It's a nat 20.
Yes!
Push me luck. Oh, fuck it.
Your mind has been racing. Atalanta has suddenly had to process a lot of information that she did not think she would be considering today. Gears are running 90. Everything's just in absolute maximum overdrive. Aside from the battle practice. And the moment when you looked up, saw the helmet and then saw the eyes, very swiftly after the curtain was pulled, everything dropped and you shut your eyes to black. And in those seconds you've been hearing running, screaming, stabbing, slashing, breaking. A lot's been happening. And in that time, Atalanta, you have just managed to slow time down in your own mind. And started rationalizing. Okay, let's think about the priorities here first. What do we know about Gorgons? Medusas in this world are a complex facet of them. They are both a race. They are both an indication of somebody who has been cursed, who has wronged a higher power, be it Titan or God. However, they are also natural born Gorgons. They don't have really an innate weakness, but their most signifying aspect is this petrification. I suppose, actually, what if you want to kind of... The thing is that there's not a lot to Gorgons in
As in,
general.
is there, like, a way for them to be uncursed, I guess? It's like...
Yeah. There's a lot to it. The most often would be to either... would be to appease whatever higher power. Somebody like a priest or that may have been the one to curse you. Typically, in that circumstance, it is only the higher power whom they were prayed to can actually undo that curse. Or, in rare circumstances, whoever did actively curse you is appeased.
Okay.
With that nat 20 though, to kind of to kind of give you something on this though. Atalanta, you are in full battle sets. Red blood just rolling through your veins. For the nat 20, I'm going to say, for all intents and purposes, you are no longer affected with blindness. You have just tapped into an innate battle sense. You can get you got a full sweep of the room as you came in, and you've managed to echolocate just every movement as it happens.
Okay.
As that. And give me any more questions on Medusas if you want.
I guess then my other question will be, how much do I know about the Queen of Thessaly?
I'm gonna send you a message. I'll send you a message in a minute.
Okay.
Next I get. I will give you information on that.
Okay.
In a short bit.
Okay.
Would you like that information before you
lot is hinging on what I know.
Okay.
Because this is a pivotal character moment.
Okay, we can take a quick.
Okay.
But if you want, just give me 2. I'm just gonna do a little thing.
No. Okay. I have to say.
We can talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a quick message.
Let's go back in time to back when we were walking
I
upstairs.
will, as I said, I am also still going to give you that that battle sense.
Yeah,
that,
amazing.
Where your eyes are still closed, however, you are not going to be afflicted with blindness.
Cool. I mean it.
You're probably wondering how we ended up in this situation.
I think I was saying before that if we were ever to do as in the way some TV shows will do a one character sort of POV thing. If we were to do a Callie one, it would be just the start of Emperor's New Groove. You're and just so you know, this is a story about me.
Can you believe everyone else is being such an ass to me?
You scribbles out all 7 others.
It's just it's just all the
me.
clips of Paolo, is that his name in it? The farmer.
Paco?
Paco.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, Paolo,
him being really nice and Kira being really nice and this bitch.
No, I think it's Pacha.
Pacha.
It's
Yeah,
Pacha.
that sounds right. Yeah. Because he wears a poncho.
And then there's
It's
Kron.
gonna be drawn of stupid
Nefel's definitely a Kronk.
Oh, thank you. Not
Okay,
different
there's
bill.
an important piece of continue. I just.
Kronk is a different bill.
About the energy of
That.
my spinach pop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
You will put together
My
instantly.
roast.
Atalanta
We
does
need a
not know.
Kronk.
Oh, we should make some
Okay.
sometime.
Just to
Oh,
keep.
that sounds
Okay,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Just to you kind of know that.
There's gotta be a recipe online.
There's gotta be.
And pastry's usually vegan.
Yeah, that's
Spinach.
true. Let's eat some spinach.
We can make some spinach pops.
Maybe for
Delicious.
Christmas, Santa will bring some for us. If you get over his whole ageism thing. God, that guy.
Wait, who?
Santa. Ageist asshole.
I would like to see a teen girl be Santa.
Ooh.
Because she would put a lot of thought into all the gifts, and they would be
It's
beautifully
true.
wrapped.
I think we need
Yeah,
a
that's very
babysitters
Oh, they'd be so
club.
decoratively round.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Taylor Swift. You know when she did that thing where she went around to all her fans and she gave them hand-picked presents and stuff.
Oh,
That's what I'd like to push for Santa Claus to be Taylor
what
Swift.
if we were all different Santa Clauses for
I
different
mean,
like
Coca-Cola
10%
managed to
people?
make Santa Claus red, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's true. I'm in the top 5% of listeners to Taylor Swift on Spotify.
Oh my god,
It's a little scary.
that's
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
proud.
I'm like, oh dear.
I was in the 0.5%
I
of
think
Cave
last
Town,
year
but
I
I
was in
didn't
the top
even mean to be.
1% of listeners
That
to
I
Ireland,
listened
so
to
to be fair,
one
it's
song by
probably
Miley
just
Cyrus
me.
on repeat so many times that I am in the 0.5% of listeners,
Hell
even
yeah.
though I haven't listened to any of the rest of her songs all year.
It's
I just listened to one song. It was Nightcrawler. I listened to it so many times that
Oh, Miley Cyrus, yeah.
I listened to it so
Is
many
it
times that
about-
I was in the
Is it about the sexy comic boy? What's the... is
No, it's like her and someone else.
it- Ah, then I'm not interested.
I think last year's Spotify.
But
was
it's like a
yeah, who's your
deep
favorite
girl
genre?
song.
And it was
Scrungle punk.
what was the Scorecore? I was like, yeah, okay, Spotify. Just pointing out that I've just been listening to soundtracks this year. Fuck off.
So
That's
rude.
because soundtracks are choice.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. It was just like
90% of what I listen to is soundtracks. The other
Yeah.
time. No, okay. 90% is Taylor Swift, 10% is soundtracks, for sure.
I listen to Spotify more than 92% of other listeners in Ireland.
Guys, also, I rarely open it on my desktop, but last time I did, I have Kevin Louise added on Spotify, so sometimes what they're listening to comes up, and on the same day, hours apart, it was Louise listening to My Humps by Black Eyed Peas, Kev listening to My Way by Frank Sinatra, and I was like, what's going on with those two today?
That sounds about
Because it was
right.
it was within hours of each other, you guys were listening to those songs.
That sounds. My top were spooky and bold. That's my music.
I think mine was confident and bold, and I was like, yeah.
Are you guys taking a break?
no.
I'm just making-
Rebecca's getting lore.
I have to give Rebecca a message. And I have
I'm
to
so sorry that I've made this
No,
very
It's fine,
awkward.
it's fine. But my top song was Numb, a cover of Numb, which just doesn't bode well.
I keep getting recommended sound boy shit because I listen to my jury.
Whose cover is it?
Ark North,
Don't know.
and then Montero, Call Me By Your Name.
Hell yeah.
And then Nightcrawling. Feet Billy Elliot, that's it. My
I
song's
haven't
Billy
really
Elliot.
listened to Spotify.
Really idle, oh my god.
I've only put on
I keep
playlist
getting
of artists
recommended
today,
sad
so
boy
it's
shit
like,
because I listen to
this song
Jury's
you
playlist
listen
so
to
much, and I'm
most,
like,
and I
nah,
was
get
like,
out. No, that's not for me. That's not
Very
for me.
specific, very specific.
Me, I'm chill as hell. Listen.
No, you're not.
Me, I'm tight as fuck.
I
This
can
guy,
give you
his
Jerry's
hair?
email
What?
if you
What
want.
is sculpturebug69@gmail.com.
Spotify, please sponsor us. Apparently, we're talking a lot about you.
We're not on your
Everyone.
platform, by the way. So listen, you make the first move.
Can we just pay us to get on your platform?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you sponsor us, we'll get on your platform.
Yes, this episode is sponsored by Spotify.
No, it's not.
No,
No,
it's not.
oh my god.
They have to pay us for us to say that.
They have to
We
pay
just
us to
been
talk
talking about
shit.
them
Yeah.
anyway.
Don't use Spotify.
Well,
Okay,
no,
go through Bandcamp to buy things or illegally download. Those are the only two things.
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
Spotify sponsors us, in which case we take this all back, and you should go on
Then
Spotify.
and
But
only
they
then.
don't.
If in the future we are sponsored by Spotify, then we take all this back.
Yeah.
What's negative? You mean when we're sponsored by Spotify?
When? Good point.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
But fuck Apple Music. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad.
So
Sucks.
drink. Why do I have two?
How much lore are you getting? Good god. Anyway, Kev's doing NaNoWriMo back there.
Writing up the lore as he goes. And when she was 2, she fell into a
Look,
pit of
she's
hot
just
glue.
getting information on Nefel's father. It's
Oh.
It's my father, the queen
Oh.
of
Leslie, yes.
Leslie. Nice.
Damn, we find everybody's parents.
I don't have
You'll never
parents.
find mine.
Not yet. Oh my god, what do you think we're doing right now?
That's been the whole goal of the
Nefel's
campaign.
lost childhood.
Like, defeating the Titans, that's only Act 1. The real end game here.
Is the oxen.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's going to be one of those things where we defeat the Titans, like, ooh, but because of the oxen breeding, which has gone so rampant, they've actually, and they're invasive species in Tilia.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I just decided there.
They could be. We're going.
So basically, the whole ecosystem's fucked, and we have to go kill all the oxen that we caused.
Oxen are not invasive. They're
Fucking exact. That's what I'm
They've
saying.
got to be an invasive species somewhere.
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
here.
come on
They
now.
live here.
You don't know them.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
Oh, I care about the oxen history.
Don't
You don't even know
come
if
to
they
me
poop or
acting
not.
like me and Kev haven't had extensive conversations
You
about.
didn't even know if they pooped or not. Now come on.
Sure,
now.
he doesn't know if they poop. Eric and Kev know all about livestock. We've had listen. When we had our boys' trip to IKEA, there was a lot of oxen talk the whole time.
You know, all
This
oxen are
doesn't help me at
quadruplets.
all.
What?
All oxen are quadruplets. They only come in
Okay.
fours.
Ah!
Your turn, Atlanta.
That's the reaction.
Oh.
Do you want me to make Maya's turn while you decide?
Yes. Ooh,
No, in the moment,
no.
listen. Emotion running high. 6 seconds, baby. Go all in, no fear.
Stab
Oh,
someone.
fuck.
One of
Okay.
us.
Think with your heart, not with your head.
You've got Callie help.
Well, okay,
If
one
you
second.
stab me, I'll
This
forgive
is
you.
me deciding because I have two very different things. Okay.
This is what a nat 20 history check gets you.
Yeah. I
Listen,
said
then
it.
listen. If you can't decide, make a wisdom or int check.
Yeah.
Ah! Why play this game? It only breaks your heart and your brain.
That's the point, baby.
It's
Go.
working.
Okay, well. Okay, so she's going to put down her weapon and attempt to talk to Moxena with her eyes closed.
As I said,
She's going to get us killed.
you, as I stated, with that nat 20 as well, you know where she is. Her eyes are closed. Your eyes are closed, but you know where she is. As you lay,
I mean, like she's gonna like take her her great axe and just be like, Queen, I am putting down my axe. I apologize for our attack. I would like to help you. I do not believe that we should be enemies. I am from your country. I know of your benevolence and have always respected your rule. I would like to find out why we are in this situation before we do anything we cannot regret, we cannot take back, and that will haunt us for the rest of our days. And she's gonna get down on like one knee.
Atalanta never does that.
I would like to also again remind most that only Opa and Bulbug have seen you lay your weapons. Everyone else is simply hearing it.
Better not tell anyone about this.
Oh wait, didn't you just say this all out loud?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
no, we heard it. We just can't
Yeah.
see her do it.
Well, yeah, but I assume you're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lady of Coin, again, hurt, bad, frazzled, and was seething with rage. You do this, and she is at first perplexed. A lot's been happening. There is an arrow here.
I did give her a headache.
And Opa sees that she kind of ruffles herself up a little bit and lowers her bow. Well, haven't really been called queen before. I did notice the stories did tell that there was an Amazon traveling with you. I should have suspected that you'd be the clever one.
She is gonna be like,
I think we all know that.
Yeah, we're on.
We would all like to put the weapons down for a moment, and she's going to put her bow on the ground.
I put my tambourine down.
We can all.
I put my legs down.
And no, I won't try to petrify anybody.
Oh, good. And Nefel opens eyes and sees Stella petrified and goes,
Can I ready an action to go up and charge if we get back into if combat starts again?
Sure, it will not be too relaxing.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to put down. It won't look any diff. I'm always tense.
oh, welcome to the life of anxiety.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
No.
No?
It will, like, we're tenuous right now. We're still kind of in initiative.
Okay, cool.
She'll notice if you're like racing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay,
never mind then.
I'm still absolutely braced.
Your familiar has just been petrified in place.
And Nefel is gonna go up to Stella and just be like,
Also, on top of that, even outside of us coming in here, she did also petrify and kill Versi.
Yeah.
And also god-awful in numbers of amount as well.
Versi isn't petrified.
Versi is petrified, yeah.
Yeah, that's still a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, but at first she was afraid, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, continue.
So, tensions are high, and I can see why you'd all be very mad.
Yeah.
You've turned the weasel to stone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She points at the arrow in her side.
Okay,
A
well,
consequence of battle, I think.
Well, perhaps we
Get over
can
that.
move on just briefly. Adlan is like looking at him like, we have been told that you have been petrifying people around the city, but we have not heard your side of the story. Why would you, if indeed you are, petrify, for example, Versi? Is there a particular reason why that would be a thing?
Admittedly, the Oracle was a spur of the moment. Flash. I thought that I wanted your attention.
Well, you have it.
Notably.
Could have just sent a card though.
I could have done
I'm
several.
sorry, I'll stop it, lad.
Can
I
you do
just
it?
stand behind her.
Can you undo it? All of them.
Regrettably, I cannot.
Then what good are you for?
May.
To be clear, that's her familiar, so just...
Not to say it cannot be undone. Anybody with access to a greater restoration spell can. Your temples should be able to figure that out.
Could I use my bonus action to turn back into a dude, real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just
Ew.
yeah. So it's big, just like in episode 5 of The Wolf Among Us, where it's just sort of like on like all fours, just sort of like panting and super uncomfortable, whatever. And then eventually sort of like super dehydrated, really like coming down from Ket real bad. Stands up and sort of like coughs up a little bit. It's like, okay, you want to talk honestly, so as a show of good faith, I'm gonna pack one of my weapons down, but also to ensure compliance on all sides, and I'm gonna take a step back and cast Zone of Truth in like an unoccupied space on the ground to be like, listen, and if anybody wants to discuss things, perhaps we go into the zone to ensure that no one is trying to deceive each other in these tense times. I'm casting it. Whether anybody steps into it is up to them.
Adelant is going to step into it.
How big is it?
15
I'll
foot.
step in.
My
I
fellow
think you
steps
can go
in.
and explain yourself to a court. I have no intentions of letting you leave here in anything but shackles at best.
It does seem like you do a couple of crimes.
You've hurt a lot of people, and it is by the grace of my companions that I have not shot you from this window.
Perhaps you could tell us why.
And who you are? Hi, I'm Kelly.
Juno.
And she is going to step into the zone.
Ooh.
If she wants to try and deceive, she's going to have to make a charisma saving throw. And my save is 14, so...
While yes, some of my actions have been regrettable, various circumstances have tied me to this position. As your companion noticed, I am one of the ruling court of Themis. MOXEN is my name. Several years ago, I led a revolt against my system up Thessaly, which ended poorly, leading to my banishment from the country, along with many other seamen women. Maybe several hundred. Hard to say what happened to most of them. Women of the Amazon don't tend to habitate well off of our island. I myself found myself in this sprawling metropolis. And much like your... She kind of casts Persephone a bit of a kind of sneering look. So, much like your centaur, who I'm fully aware of your times in the Stygian row.
I feel like the whole gang is looking at Persephone like, what?
Makes sense though, right?
Yeah.
I also had to-
She also heard about you the other day.
To survive.
Can Buse just sort of back his way up in the way that a horse would kick somebody?
Oh my god.
Just praying. Interesting.
And As a natural born leader, I found myself very suddenly in a position of power. So if you're going to judge me for crimes I've committed, perhaps start throwing stones in the glass house that resides next to you.
I was going to ask, there are some of our fellow sisters working for Valis. Are you aware of this?
I've heard tell of seamen women entering the Royal Guard. I wouldn't have contact with them. And unlikely they know of my current position.
And you say you have power over whom?
Well, attempting to have power over the Stygian Row.
Sorry, just to wind that back there a moment ago, did you try to deflect the people that you have turned to statues ever after? You tried to compare that to something unspoken that our dear companion Atalanta, who up until this point has done nothing but her best in both respects to how she has treated us as well as the people of this land. I don't care for what someone has done in their past. It is what they are doing in the present. And in the present, I am still trying to decide what worth you have, so please continue.
Admittedly, the statues, while they became a signifier of power in this lawless town, did not spawn from that. They are part of a deal I struck not long after entering the city. Curious thing. How familiar are you with dragons?
We would like to be more familiar.
Well, shoot.
A regrettable decision. I found myself at the whim of a follower, claiming to be a follower of a dragon off in the Forgotten Seas. They noticed my ailment as she kind of takes the helmet off and the snakes.
Oh, snakes, lovely!
Not as cute as worms, but okay.
You take that back!
I take it back.
Can I pet the snakes?
No.
Alright then.
They noticed my affliction and proposed an offer to me. At the time, I was conceited, thinking I could dupe them. Surely what would a follower of a dragon be doing off in the slums? Little to find out. They were telling the truth. As much as I lead me and my people to believe that I am the leader of this criminal organization, in a sense I am not. I am servant to somebody else.
You are being used, sister.
In a sense. There's a dragon within the Forgotten Seas by the name of Hexia who demands statues of entertainers.
For the record, we could just hear Dave screaming in the other room.
But does this mean that your allegiance can be so changed if it fell from your independence to this dragon Hexia so easily? Does it mean you're willing to defect, or perhaps do a little more
So the reasons I started this criminal organization initially, and she's still in the zone of truth, keep in mind.
Yeah, but we won't be able to know if she...
Yeah. Initially, were to raise funds to raise another army against my sister. As time went on, and I spent time getting to know the Stygian Row and its city, I found it to be a vile place of nothing but deceit and corruption.
You're not wrong.
And set.
Oh, sister, I know the feeling.
And set to righting some of those wrongs, freeing indentured slaves. As part of my works.
So
my only goal is to return to my homeland and unseat the woman who is poisoning my land.
Is she not popular then? Your sister?
Some would say yes, some would say no.
I look at Atlanta. What do you say?
I tend to stay out of politics.
And I do believe some of our goals align in that fact, in that she is spreading the worship of Lutheria throughout that land.
Right, let's kill her.
Yeah, it's pretty sus.
So, it is a matter of if our motivations line up.
We also have an interest in Hexia in some sense.
We would also like to find Hexia, I believe.
It's not a positive interaction we intend on having. So.
Okay, so you clear your conscience on some levels. You do good things within the Stygian Row. You also decorate it with symbols that represent the fear that you have spread through it. People are afraid in that place. You do not make it a safer place by being.
Wow.
I understand on some level that you have been here through political machinations that are not entirely within your control, and I can understand that. I can understand it if you wanted to go and beseech one of the 5 or any of the other ones that they might take the same side as you. I can understand if you might seek help from an allied nation or something to that effect, or if you were to seek any of the expatriated peoples of Thanos, that they might help you along the way. What I cannot understand, why did you do what you did to Versi? Justify that to me. You say you regret it, but do you regret it because you actually regret it, or do you regret it because we now stand before you, the consequences of your action made manifest? I can understand that you are politically advantageous to our cause. I can understand that. But I want your answer. And I will not see you as ally no matter what. Is it self-justification? Or is it because you enjoyed it?
She is no worse than Sidon.
We are planning to kill Sidon!
Yeah.
Eric?
Mm-hmm.
What was the DC for that?
14. And I have no way of... we have no way of knowing whether the creature passes or fails. Oh, no, wait, sorry. I misread that. I do know.
Yeah, I was like, that's a really weird thing to have. Where it's
I'm sorry, I misread it. On a failed save, can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius, but on a success it can't. But I'll know. And I'm gonna narc hard.
I do regret it. It was a moment of fury. It was a moment of ill-conceived quick thinking. Between people asking questions of me in the Stygian Row and suddenly finding somebody tapping on the window of my lair.
Oh, that was me.
I would hate to interrupt, but this is not your lair. This belongs to Pytor, and you guys are squatting in it. We were knocking on the window of a public statue. So that's all I'm gonna say.
From my perspective, suddenly 3 heroes of legend come knocking on my window. So I think they've come to disassemble my organization.
Still thinking about it.
As a foolish attempt at getting your attention, I decided to petrify her as a grandstand statement.
As a child would when they break a glass because their mother is not paying attention to them.
Desperate times.
That is fully correct, Mr. Silva.
I just hit the card.
And in that, I had my gods ready to trap and kill you in this very colossus.
Yeah.
That which you have overcome. And for that I apologize.
I'm inside checking her because I don't believe her.
Yep, go for it.
This is bad decision after bad decision. This is what, how you walk into the Stygian Row and think, well, I'm not going to get conned here. I've never been to the Stygian Row apart from that one time.
I don't want to get involved politically, but it kind of seems like a person I wouldn't want running a country.
As far as the zone of truth goes, you believe she is telling the absolute truth.
23.
I know for certain if she passes or fails. She can be evasive, but I will know for sure.
23? You do not believe she is telling a lie.
I'm gonna nod over at Opa.
It's even worse.
But is she being very careful with the word she's using?
So this is all interesting, for sure. What do you want out of this? Is this a plea for mercy or a wish to unionize and stop the tyranny that is going on above your head?
Well, other things should be clearly obvious. I would prefer to not die here today and now. As any battle-hardened Amazonian warrior, my fate is to die weapon in hand, in the glory of battle. So this is not where I'd like to die. As I said, I am a businesswoman. It seems you require information of me of Hexia. I can offer you information on Thebes.
I would gratefully take this information.
She does not speak for all of us. You would also need to go work under our instruction.
I think we need to discuss that before we make any sort of an offer.
Maybe
like
want
that.
to actually repent for the crimes. Petrification.
It's not enough. Words aren't enough. You've already done your damage.
I mean, if we deal with the dragon, will you stop doing that?
Hey guys, also want to mention that she's petrified a heap of people before.
Yeah.
It's a recurring thing.
She's been doing this whole time. Also, you asked questions about it and you got stabbed in the Stygian Row.
Exactly. I mean, this is really
So if anything, I'm really on her side.
Yeah, but
Just saying, if she's angled herself towards that window and a strategic kick would kick her right out of it.
Oh god.
He's going for it. Go, I'm telling you, he's going for it.
Oh god.
you would have to this would involve going against Hexia and working with us as your patrons rather than the head of whoever conned you down on the row. If you are looking for anything, that is the minimum that I am asking, at least.
I would be concerned that... How long have you been in charge of the row?
And how long have you been under Hexia's influence?
Roughly part and parcel similar times. Give or take several years now.
Several years. It doesn't sound like to me like it's a very good place to live currently. So from my perspective, it doesn't seem like the approach you've taken has helped the people here. at all, even though that's kind of what you're saying, is that the good you're doing is helping the Visitation Row. But we were aware of a couple of orphans that were going to be sent off as sacrifices a while ago from there, and that seems like bad management on my part. I would maybe reconsider your whole approach.
A soft touch does nothing in the row.
Yeah, but you know what would be great? Is like joining up with the leaders of this place and actually fixing the societal issues.
Yeah, the leaders don't do anything.
Yes, that impotent kid. He's been doing a fantastic job managing his own city.
Okay.
Honestly.
If that's how you feel, why didn't you petrify that guy? Because I'd also
definitely been on your side.
If you had the city's best interest at heart, yeah, you would have politically ran against that guy.
No.
Sister, did you present yourself to Valis on your arrival?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And why not? Surely that would have been the first port of call.
She's very wise. I bet she'd know what to do.
She is. Well, Theotopy, if word got to my sister that I was allying myself with leaders of the homeland, and word got out that I, in fact, survived the raid in Themis, no doubt Thessaly would send assassins. It's why I haven't been marketing myself as the true ruler of Themis,
Understandable.
the Monaco of Lady of Coin.
But perhaps now is the time.
Surely if you want to rally troops under your name, they need to know your name.
I need coin to rally troops.
Yeah. But like, do you need to do crimes to get the coin? Because then you can't undermine your own agenda, I feel like.
There are a lot of Amazonians on the homeland. We actually passed by the fallen bodies of a few of our sisters on the way here. There are also some in the palace. Perhaps we should be rallying our people who have fled.
Perhaps.
We could ask for help.
It was part of my plan to rally the aid of the sisters of the homeland, to rally the sisters of the central continent. The plan was a lengthy affair, though. As I mentioned, I failed a single assault. The amount of Amazons left in the central continent are not enough to make up half the force I attempted against Thessaly before. As I mentioned, coin is what will fix that. And then I would rally the troops.
Yes, but coin is not the only motivation.
Mm-hmm.
There is surely as much anti-Lutheria sentiment on the homeland as there is in Themis. Perhaps we could begin to rally the troops on that front.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Any army built a coin can be outbid by someone richer.
Have so little faith in your own people.
Mm-hmm.
That
To
is
call
a
yourself
10.
a true ruler.
10.
It's a contradiction.
It's a good question, Opa. What, since you're so prone to your moods going and just petrifying the poor people who are disenfranchised enough to live in the city general, what makes you so confident that you'd be a competent leader and not just a worst tyrant? Because your leadership so far has led only to death.
Because she has been in the past, jury.
And a horse tyrant is currently what is sitting on the throne, it seems.
Oh, me agree with you there, we do.
Why is she deposed then?
Oh, sorry, never mind.
We don't know anything about this.
I shouldn't have said I'm the fell.
If option A is someone
Who has spent her time abroad just running a slum And if the current person who is in charge of the country is failing to do any of her duties, then why is it that those are the two options that needs be carried by? Why is it that we don't just remove these two heads from this Hydra?
Because if there's a Hydra, more heads will grow, and not any guarantee.
And letting them leave isn't the solution.
We cannot chop off everyone's head.
Of course not.
Funny words coming from you.
But we can remove the two and then see what grows in its place. So I ask you again, what use are you?
True as it is that I have been advertising myself as something to fear and a system and a signal of power in this city, because that is the only thing that this city understands from a theatrical perspective. Ask, however, the people I have saved from the blood sacrifices of the Church of Lutheria. The children in this city were dying by the day. It has not been an easy road, but I have been whittling that down the best I can.
If we're talking theatrics, though, they do understand other stuff. I'm just saying, I know from experience.
I actually turned to Bulbug because he lives here, right?
Yeah, it's Bulbug is like still kind of flexed, just like.
This is not his forest.
Me and Juno also live here.
Oh.
I can't speak to this, but me and Juno definitely live here.
I asked people who live here, have you noticed an improvement? Bulbug gave me his address. Is the address in the Stygian Road?
Yes, just the address is in the Stygian Road.
Bulbug, have you noticed any improvement? Or have you heard any children tanking being saved by some anonymous source or whatnot?
Bulbug has been so tense this entire time because he was ready to just keep punching her in the face. And so, like, with these talks of political machinations just rolling through the air and moral philosophies, and you turned to him and asked him his opinion on these moral philosophies, he's like,
not an opinion. What has he noticed things in the past?
The road. I don't know much of the Lady of Coin. I've heard of the statues. What I do know is that before she arrived, the streets were manic in smaller packs of infighting, made for great street brawls. After the first few statues arrived, the chaos ebbed.
I'm so sorry. Okay. This seems like one of those murky gray areas.
And if you don't trust the opinion of this humble brawler, just Caliandra. I believe you spent quite some time in the Stygian Road.
I would like to do a history check. Kelly's a dumbass. Did you pay attention? She did not pay attention. Okay. 10?
You've kind of dropped in and out of the road. Like, you wouldn't have spent a lot of time there, given your kind of movements around Philia. You definitely noticed more of a syndication. What Bulbug speaks is true. Before the Lady of Coin was a myth in and of itself in this city several years beforehand, it was a lawless nation. It was an unstoppable beast of crime in itself. You could not walk anywhere without a brawl happening or somebody trying to pick your pocket. So, in a sense, while the Lady of Coin certainly developed a criminal underground, petty crime in the area ceased. Visibly. Not to say crime dissipated, but the chaos subsided.
Certainly been less chaotic in recent years.
And that is the first step to order.
And by the testimonies of those present, as hard as I've been trying to make a lawless slum as orderly as I can, I believe I'd be a much more competent ruler of a nation who knows orders.
Yeah, but would you be willing to follow orders for a while before they get there?
You expect us to take that on faith. Because, like a member of a mob moving into a major city and having control over an area, you are an oppressive force within the Stygian Row. When people ask questions of you, they are assaulted in the street. They are stabbed and they are brought to harm. When people catch your ire, fortunate or unfortunate, and they find you in a less than favorable mood, they will spend the rest of eternity ere someone helped their God's begotten soul in this form of horror that they take when they see you. If you, on a whim, do these things with the modicum of power you have now, why on God's breath would we trust that you would do better on a grander scale? Because as far as I am concerned, that is, you have failed the small scale test of it, where there's a paper for my class, you would be laughed out of it.
That's harsh.
Well, like, is it any different from regular government? I don't know.
And you are closer to the ground. At the moment, you live on the row, or all of the people that work for you live on the row and exist within the row, and you can keep such a close and tight eye on everyone that is within that sphere. Themis is much larger than the Stygian Row, and would you hold it under that same scrutiny? Would you hold it to that same standard? Would you hold that same oppressive air within it? Would you bring harm to the peoples of Themis who would ask after you? Who would ask why their benevolent leader had been cursed? Would you bring that same harm to them on whims?
I would have to keep my whims in check, 'tis true. The row is a difficult beast to tame, Themis being a much easier. Admittedly, I will be trying to keep my flares much more in order. But as it stands, I feel we are running ourselves around in circles. Consider this my trial. I'm clearly outnumbered, and you are clearly in the upper hand, 9v1 and such. So I leave my fate in your hands. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And we are back as we find ourselves still in the head of the Colossus of Pythor in the tense negotiations surrounding MOXEN, the Lady of Coin, who has just proclaimed herself upon your judgment. You clearly see I'm outgunned, outmanned, and outbodied.
Well,
there is various differences of opinion. So as I said, let this be my trial. Just know that there are several things I can offer you. Information, mostly.
As she's speaking, Buse has been circling to behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Can he be hidden?
Give me a stealth check.
Then your back go boo.
I'm going to decapitate this centaur.
He's gonna put a bag on her head.
Probably. It would be like a see-through bag.
Take her up and run.
That's 22.
It's a little opaque, but you can still see it.
Yeah, you do that.
Atalanta.
And
you were the first ones to lay down your arms upon realization of who MOXEN is.
I will tell you, apologies, MOXEN, they are ignorant of our history. There were 3 rulers in my home country, and they began to worship Lutheria. And before then, it had been a place of freedom, of worship, and peace. And we had always had benevolent leaders. But this belief in Lutheria and worship became stronger and stronger until we were being forced to abandon our other beliefs and forced to worship Lutheria. And so there was a revolt, and MOXEN here was the leader of that revolt, and she believed in the freedom of religion. And I follow her. I trust her. She is a good ruler. And while her actions here have been questionable, I do understand that it was a difficult situation she did not handle well. But for someone who had been left alone without support system or help, is it any wonder that she was led astray? And we have heard from this thing, Bullbug, that her efforts have not been without success, although her methods, again, questionable. I do believe that she has information that would aid us in our quest, and I certainly would like to hear it. For that reason alone, I would implore everyone here to keep their weapons holstered.
That is a fine question and a fine implication. First of all, you're going to talk to Bulbuk with some respect. Second of all, now that we are... Now, Atalanta brings up a good point. You are without a support system. Now one is being so easily offered, potentially offered to you by people who are so quite powerful. What would you do with our aid and under, and under our instructions rather than Hexia's? What would you do then if we are to give you this?
What I've aimed to do since I came to this continent: retake my place at the throne of Thebes, and at the will of the Theban people. A point not unbeknownst to you. I don't claim to seize the throne vindictively, such as my sister has. As Atalanta has mentioned, I led a revolt, and I am a person, a character of power in my society. I simply put myself forward and let the people decide if I am rightful to rule there.
Very well.
What about the row?
This was not a plan I had intended on undertaking for some time. This was a large scale. One of those was developing a support system that the Lady of Coin could outlive me.
Surely she still has to be a Medusa, though.
Not if Hexia needs to be appeased. Might I remind you, as I said, the only reason I petrified the people I did was to appease a dragon who, while has been bankrolling me, has been keeping me under powerful thumb. Of course, I hardly think to rule a powerful nation while still under the influence of a dragon. A quandary I am still trying to unravel.
Well, I would make a suggestion to you and our companions here. If you are in need of coin and assistance, if you are in need of coin and you have been bankrolled by this dragon, then we take the fight to the dragon and remove its godhead such that we may take that which it holds. Redistribute that back to you insofar as being able to put yourself at the feet of the Theban people and allow them to make that decision for themselves. I would make this suggestion only on the faith that I put in Atalanta's faith in you. To that end, you have still committed grievous injury to the people of this city, and we would be remiss to just let you go about unimpeded. I can also understand that you don't want to alert the demons to your survival, insofar as that would put you at risk, and therefore the possible future of those on Themis at risk. To that end, I would ask that we meet with someone unaligned, as it were, to any particular city-state on the continent itself. I would ask that we speak with Kira. If you want, we could also try and besiege Valis and have this meeting clandestinely away from the palace, where you may make your case to the power that you should have spoken to first. And before you answer, I would rather hear my companion's thoughts on this plan, as I am not a sole decision maker and it is for them to decide.
If I may make one suggestion before negotiations continue. Maya, I believe, High Priestess of Valis. And you see Maya, who again just with like very like Bulbo has been kind of shook and like has been very like seems to be resonating a lot with kind of your words, but has been kind of very zoned in. What do you want of me? I believe to know some of the powers of the High Priestesses of the Temple of the Five. Have you forgotten that you have the power to aid your companion here? And you see Maya kind of sheepishly does realize that she has just been pointed out that she has a greater restoration stocked.
Uh-huh.
Useless.
I do have one query. Who are all these guys? And I point to the other statues in the room.
But by the way, Buse has emptied out a bag during all this.
Oh god.
These were tokens set to go out on the next shipment to Hexia.
Wait. Hold on. Sorry. I thought that turning them into the statues was the thing. You send them to. You start turning statues and then send them to Hexia.
Yes, that is what she has been saying.
Hey guys, what about the ones that appeared in the row?
Mm-hmm.
If you recall, the ones found in the row are usually found and then gone by the next day.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh no, the dragons have eaten all those statues. Huh?
I do believe that amends should be made. Perhaps you could aid us in returning statues to the families of loved ones, and with the help of the high priestesses, we could return them to their more lively form.
I feel like maybe they've been eaten.
Oh,
well, the ones are here at least.
As far as my belief in my contacts with the dragon are concerned, the quarries I send off are very much alive.
Oh.
Hexia.
That's grand then. It'll just take a while to restore them all.
Hexia is a fan of entertainment. All of the quarries I have been petrifying and shipping off are bards, composers, songwriters, entertainers.
Your competition.
Callie's like, ooh, interesting.
And why was I not the first?
While we are being, she looks down at the Zone of Truth. While we are being perfectly honest, Caliandra, you were considered several years ago, but you are slippery to get a hold of.
As I aim to be, yes.
I'm doing a very good job at.
Thank you.
So, I believe if you find Hexia's lair,
we're full of bards.
Well, where do you...
all of the victims I petrified and shipped should, willing the will of a dragon, of course, be alive and entertaining.
Sounds like a hell of a party, to be honest.
Sounds like a party that I should be the headliner of.
Well, also they are slaves, it sounds like, to this dragon,
Like
so
cake
not
back.
ideal.
And still,
But also competition.
Very well.
this is a moral quandary for me.
This is the moral quandary.
I assent to Opa's suggestion on the condition that upon we will go and reconvene and talk together alone and leave you for a moment. In that moment, I would request that you write down all the information you have on Hexia in your moments for reprieve.
Very well.
Then yes, you have my assent.
I want all the information of all the children of the row you have. I want to know they're being taken care of. And if I need to take care of them.
I'd like to know why you have snakes and I have worms.
Bish is gonna just pop out behind Hexia so all of you can see him, but she can't, I imagine. She's looking that way. And just go.
Adelan's gonna not like it.
I'm nodding intensely. Bro, whatever it is. Yeah.
In terms to my affliction, why you have worms is in fact a curiosity that I haven't been able to unravel.
Neither I.
But my snakes are affliction of the Etheria. For
She gives you snakes and me worms.
for my crimes against her support.
Bitch.
I didn't mean to intervene on your moment, but considering the story you told me about, you told us about how you got your snakes, I think it might have been a petty thing.
Just because I love snakes.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Now about yes, that is a great point, Callie. Callie, I'm with you 1,000%. But on the trial thing, how you feel about that? You're totally right about the snake thing.
Perhaps we are getting off topic.
Can Buse try a rifle through her pockets?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're gonna pickpocket her now?
Right now?
We're about to resolve.
Give me a slight hand check.
Does she have what's she have in her pockets even?
Right in front of my resolution?
I've never been so worked up as Callie.
Undo petrification button.
Are
Are you
It's
okay with that
9.
deal?
Yes, it is a fair deal.
Yeah, Nefer, you good with this deal?
Uh,
Yeah, I'll take it as a good. Juno, how you feel about this plan?
I'm on board.
Then,
We are
being
quorum.
in absentia Moxena, on behalf and with the conditions already set forth by my companions, do you agree to our terms?
Under the conditions that while I still reside in Mitras, I will be watched, guarded.
By a party neutral to the politics of Mitras and Themis both.
Of course. That I provide you with any pertinent information on Themis, Hexia, or other such events I believe you require insights to. And that when you are setting forth on your adventure, that I accompany as far as Themis.
You just want a lift?
Do you have someone to take over for you as Lady or Queen?
That can be something that can be worked out during the time.
Yeah, you can do that during your captivity.
I believe you still have some affairs to settle in this city.
the games.
Fuck.
Whilst
Forgotten about them.
whilst you're settling your
Guys,
affairs,
I've been
you
trying to
have
rush this
some
along
money.
so we can get back to the game.
It's been a long night.
Bish is gonna pop his hands on her shoulders from behind her and just say, and one more condition. An apology.
To who? To you?
To me.
Alright then.
Is fair?
Fuck yeah.
Fair
You
enough.
got stopped.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Twice.
It's part and parcel.
Come on, I will not prompt you. Give a heartfelt
Nor
apology.
should you. Nor should you. Greco! It's a foolish little silk.
A piece of shit, yes.
Yes.
Also part of this apology is his address.
Abuse, I don't believe that is necessary.
I think he's right.
Excuse me, Atalanta! Were you stabbed right here? No, you weren't. Okay. His address, yes.
You can't really speak against someone being vengeful.
I'm not vengeful.
I have seen many a vengeance taken out by
We're in
you.
a circle right now.
You can't lie.
You can if you believe it's the truth.
Master Persephone. I,
How could she know?
as the leader of my organization, apologize sincerely for the harm inflicted upon you from my elder. If he had an address to give, I would.
He's homeless. Oh. You have to
Well, look out for him.
Well, that seems like hold on now.
This is the only wrong you have done to me. You have ruined the Stygian row. Ruined.
It kind of seems like maybe she didn't.
It seems like maybe she's like.
But anyway, listen, we are at full ascent.
Unless you preferred it
In
before.
my time.
That's fucked up.
A man could make a living. In her time.
Mr. Sopa,
No man makes living.
I can make a living now.
Should I be recurring the cycle of violence?
Sorry? Could you repeat that?
Master Persephone, in terms of Master Persephone's
Insane ramblings.
demands for the address of my underling.
I don't think it would be wise to continue the cycle of violence for now.
Maybe he wants to take him to justice, okay? You don't know that.
We don't understand. It's fine
Yes,
with me.
there's a wild stabber on the loose. Very good.
Yeah, we're going to tell the guard immediately.
Time.
I'm not in the circle.
One more demand.
Well,
That's a lot of demands.
Oh my god.
But okay, go ahead.
The keys.
come with us for the moment.
We have the key.
We have the key.
to.
You have until the begins to settle your affairs, after which we will find. Do you want to set a place that we may find? And know that We are giving you this good grace, this one good grace.
They promised to wear
If you should run.
sunglasses.
If you should evade.
We are her best option for reclaiming her throne. She will not run.
But I warn you, if you do try to run from this, try to evade it, try to ambush this, try to renege on the steel in some way, well, you know what happens when people
And
break
I've actually
oaths
been
that
holding
they've
back
made.
in this fight, you should know. The guy and bolted your ass.
Well, I believe that you will be informing the 5 of my residents in the Colossus. I feel like that is not going to be a...
Oh, we already told them.
We did, yeah.
Romantic, I would recommend not being here.
As is fair.
Caliandra, you have a disguise.
In that case...
Maybe we could bring her back to the... Maybe we could bring her back.
Oh, I could do her up.
I
A big hat.
will... We will meet in the Satyr's Tale. It is the more reputable of
I'll
the
be
two
fairly
establishments.
recognised there, though.
Hmm?
I'll be
We
fairly
give you a big
recognised.
hat.
You want me to distract everyone while...
We can paint your worms as snakes.
Atalanta and I
I really love that.
We can meet you tomorrow.
I will be there.
Ooh, I have a game.
Bring the
Afterwards.
king to the
It
Harbour
has
Master.
to be after the
Has to
games.
be after the games.
Yeah.
The game's a 2 days hence.
What?
As in, like, the games actually run for 2 more days.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we've got
At the end of the game,
the strength
2
ones
days
and
hence.
the relay.
Or just
We'll
after the
meet
games
with Satyr's
tomorrow,
Tale.
surely.
No, yeah, like after the
After,
games.
after
tomorrow.
dusk tomorrow evening.
After tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking
We
about the
will have you
days,
meet
events of the games.
with Valis and
Yeah.
Packed
the
games.
others in private, away from political eyes and ire and scrutiny. Very well. Do we have an accord?
We do.
God.
She held out a hand.
And you swear an oath to this?
Does this include the keys to the Harbour Master?
Oh my god.
I can just ask him.
It's the principal.
I'm very good at asking for things.
Stealing?
He's a fucking rogue! Yeah!
We're trying to...
We'll break into the Harbour Masters and be fine. Why
How
does
do
he
we
want to go
break
to the
in?
Harbour
I can
Masters?
just
Weird
ask
thought.
him. Can we-
I do believe we are off
Betray the
topic
terms
again.
set forth in this agreement. To you, the heroes of legend, Lady Astra.
And our companion Bulbug.
Oh.
Huh.
I thought he was a member now.
A
Companion.
light, not nearly as brilliant as the radiance of your oath of friendship, a light glow between the 2 hands as a sacred bond is formed.
Dun, dun, dun.
An oath has been made in the magic of Thyria.
Oh shit. Gotta be careful with promises we're making here. Right, well, see you tomorrow. I'm off to bed for the games. Oh shit, Stella. Is she on?
Like you like after MOXEN had mentioned it, Maya had got over and started performing Greater Restoration on Stella throughout that. So now Stella has been unpetrified when the accord is made.
Is she okay?
Physically, yeah. Emotionally, probably not.
I don't think she'd even know.
Can I just pop around and just do like a comforting, like a bit too firm, lay on hands, shoulder pat to Bulbug, Buse, Stella.
Bulbug's not even been hit.
Is Buse?
Yeah. I didn't ask you. Listen, Bulbug, Buse, Stella, Callie, and then one from me.
Bulbug lay on hands.
Mm-hmm.
Bulbug's full HP.
Yeah.
How much each?
Attempts.
5 each.
Sorry, so who?
Bulbug. Actually, if it doesn't hit on Bulbug, I'll just pretend like I'm doing it and then move on.
What about me?
Look, I'm getting to you now. Goodness. I'm just going around just physically interacting with everyone because there was a lot going on. Bulbug, that doesn't work, but I'm still doing the motion anyway. Nefel, Stella, Buse, me, and then also Atalanta as well.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
I would like to.
You can lay on hands yourself. In fact, you did earlier.
Yeah, I think you
Oh,
put
burn
all
the
of
cure
your hands on
wounds.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go
but
to
also
bed.
I like the companionship, the contact.
We can. Okay, I give you a hug. Like, listen, you can do these spells on yourself. I don't know what you want.
You don't need. I'm not asking for the spell. I'm just asking for the contact.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
It's just the affection.
Jesus.
Can the fell go?
I mean, Violet.
Are you okay?
Me?
No, the weasel.
Oh yeah. I'm good. Thank you so much, Natalia.
No, the weasel.
Juno, you're off the
Wow.
shift.
This is really not my day. I'm just gonna start.
It's hard about the eye contact.
Yeah, but also like you keep like going in and out of audio, so it is a bit
Oh,
difficult.
okay.
I'll admit. Sorry.
You're okay.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much.
So Stella, how are you?
Would you like a treat?
Would you like to be a weasel again?
You have what? Just going.
I think she's gonna do just that. So she kind of, it's not so grand as how she appears. She just like bursts into sparkles, and then in the place that she was is just the weasel who just jumps.
Aww.
They give the weasel a treat.
Nefel also. Treats for the weasel. And then Nefel's off to bed. Goodbye.
Right then.
Yeah, Moxen, is it just stairs, or you got like a lift or something, or?
No, it is just the stairs.
Oh, for
fuck's sake! I hear the heart turn down back downstairs. That.
Oh, we turned it off.
Can
It
Bish
turned
take
back
some
on.
stuff
Oh,
from
it turned back on?
Yeah.
any gems or stuff for gold or?
Make an investigation.
I was turned it back on.
Can Nefel use his shield to like surf down the stairs on his butt?
No, we turned the heart back on.
Make a dex check.
The dex check, eh?
Imagine if he died because the
DC
heart was back
15.
on after like
Oh,
not
jeez.
getting killed by the big bad.
Imagine if Nefel dies from skating down
10.
the fucking thing.
13.
That's a real Nefel move
That's a
though.
real Nicole. I've got one
Take 2
inspiration
falling
left.
damage.
Ow! But do I get there faster?
You get there faster because you just fall down the stairs.
No, it's like a spiral staircase, and he just takes a step and just.
13 investigation.
Juno, you got any of that orange juice on you? I feel fucking terrible. I'm so sweaty. Good fuck. Anyway.
Since when can you turn into a bone?
Yeah, no.
You could.
Here you go.
I just chugged the whole thing. Oh, sorry. There's Juno, there's still prosecco in here.
Yeah, what's your point?
It's just mimosas by the bottle. You're so bad.
I am so bad.
You find a chest mostly full with personal items, mostly just clothes, random trinkets. You do find 340 gold.
Stealing coin.
Anybody got a pencil for me to write?
Absolutely fucking go for it.
I need ledgers around the place.
Oh my god!
Her address book
Please
that you're
just
looking for.
ask your
No.
persuasive friends for help.
No.
Alright. The vanilla dandy it is.
What, we talking about Tarkov?
300 what?
What?
Gold?
340.
340 gold. We'll just say that you were doing that while the discussions were finally taking place with Stella was recuperating. So as you all start thinking, you see her kind of gathering her things, looking to kind of gather herself because she is not going to be living here anymore. So you move down. I'll be benevolent to say that you don't have to avoid the heart is spitting fire, but
We
you
know
avoid
it's
it.
there, so.
Well, I mean, we're coming from the back of it.
We all just do
Yeah, let's still
fist
do it.
abuse.
Just turn it off again.
No, you get close. Like you're close enough.
When we were exiting the room with the heart, you turned it back on.
Yeah, but the tap is.
On the way we came in.
Yeah.
So the way it was
All around.
Like it's close enough to the stairs. Like I'm just gonna make this easy on everyone.
It's surf right under flames.
As you head back down, finding yourself at the foot of, once again, after several minutes of walking down flight after flight after flight after flight of stairs, you find yourself once more coming out the heel of the Colossus. The sun, without realizing it, being inside of a massive bronze structure, having completely set as a bay twinkling with starlight and the rippling of waves sits before you. What do you do?
Nafel's going to bed, so he's ready for the games.
Back to the palace?
Me too. Yeah. I'm in all the games, so I gotta get my sleep.
We've gotta get our sleep.
I'm just gonna, like, as they're, I guess, walking back, like, kind of just, like, indicate to, like, Opa and Jury to, like, hang back a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Bulldog and be like, I'm gonna be doing this for a second. You wait for me over there.
I was going to head.
Yeah, I know you were going to, but you like, give me, like, 5 minutes.
Okay.
I would just like to thank you two for your trust in me, and I would like to thank you for your support. It was very generous of you, and I hope that I have not inconvenienced you too much.
You are not an inconvenience. I actually wished to apologize for not seeking your counsel more immediately rather than immediately jumping the gun to interrogation.
Oh, it's understandable. Your companion was injured.
I know, but you took the first action and I trust your judgment, and that was a misstep on my part.
She's just gonna make like a kind of bow gesture.
You see, I am ever impressed by the strength and diplomacy of the two of you, and I trust you both very much. I think I speak for the whole group, especially you two, that we're all only trying to do the right thing at all times, and it's just not all. You see, I don't actually know everything. This might come as a shock to both of you. But it is good to know the things that you know in order to help make things good. I'm sorry, I'm real fucked up right now. But in earnest, no problem, and I am happy to support you and have your back with whatever is going on there. It sounds that there is some tyranny going on there as well that needs to be mollified, and I would be happy to help assist you on this. And should anything happen, Opa, that in regards to this that also pertains to you, that the same trust goes.
You have my gratitude, friend.
You don't need to give it. It's always going to be there.
Well, you cannot steal what is a gift.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I've heard this riddle. It's an egg.
Yes. Perhaps we should get Nefel back to bed, however. He is participating in all of the games tomorrow.
I figured out what went wrong with my prophecy. I asked for OXEN prophecies, but I mustn't have pronounced it right, and I got MOXEN. MOXEN. That's why I got a mark.
And as you all...
No, we don't want to talk about it.
Okay, you talk about it. As Nefel makes that big raucous laughter, Jury, you hang back.
I'm serious, you guys.
I was like, oh fuck, Nefel, that's really you. You're on this arco shit. Listen. Well, look, I know you said you're staying in the row, but come stay in the Queen's Royal Villa. At least everything's comped. You should stay with us.
Bulbug has very little earthly connections.
Hell yeah.
So yes.
Also, hello, who are you?
Hello, I am Bulbug.
Wonderful.
Well, this is Kelly.
Hello, wonderful.
She's very famous. You know her. She wrote the horseplay.
You've surely
Everybody knows
seen
the
my
horseplay.
I don't go to many plays.
Why the fuck not?
They don't involve a lot of fighting.
There's fighting in my horseplay.
Lisa, okay, he hasn't seen it. We don't want to spoil it. Lisa, yeah, I'm going to get 2 jugs of cucumber water and some macaroons before I go to sleep. You want to come join me?
I'll arrange for another production of my plays we put on.
Oh yeah, we got to get on that.
I will be happy to try new things.
Like plays. And listening to poetry.
And adopting orphans.
Oh, BT Dubs
is in for a wild changing course of his life.
Fantastic!
Goose, can you send that crowd tell the palace to get me some fucking macaroons and cucumber water stat? And if they don't get it, somebody's getting fucking fired.
Oh god, she got mad power.
And so as you make your way back up through the docklands towards the palace district, you begin to make your way through the palace district, and it's getting late. The sun has gone down. You see, like, the lights are up in the temple. As the Temple of 5, you see all the lights dotted throughout there. As you make your way up, you can see the glowing radiance of the palace ahead of you. What you find actually curious as you walk by is a shape that is typically very subdued and not very noticeable is actually very active. As off towards the side, you notice the Temple of Sidon look to be lighting fires.
Oh no.
You can only presume in response to the funeral ritual.
Oh! I thought they were going to sacrifice some children.
It's not very often. For
Kev, you gotta tell us these things.
Really bracket with the kids.
as long as you've known the Temple of Sidon, they don't do a lot of these displays unless it is to honor the dead. As you notice this, Atalanta,
Oh fuck.
make a wisdom saving throw.
God damn.
Wisdom saving.
What?
Run away to bed, man.
That's an 8, my friend.
An 8. As you are all...
Wait, I still have the help action.
That's long gone. You've walked for like a half an hour through the city.
Look, it was worth a try.
I gave that help for an attack.
Yeah, it's an attack on my wisdom.
If I knew it was going to happen, I would have inspired you. So...
as you are walking by this, those of you who went and plead the case to Gaius at the temple notice these fires and realize, oh, this is probably in response to this. Atalanta, I feel that you are very lukewarm on this, so you wouldn't have even noticed. So as you are walking, suddenly you are hit with this rush, this head rush, this nausea, and suddenly you black out. The rest of you see Atalanta collapse to the ground, unconscious. Atalanta, you fall. Your eyes are shut to black, and suddenly you find yourself falling in an infinite darkness. Eventually, your sense of balance centers, and you find yourself upright. You are floating in a liminal void.
Oh no.
It is a darkness until suddenly lights in the form of a radiant fire form in front of you. And before you can actually get a grasp on the shape itself, a voice happens around you. You hear in a deep, booming voice, not unfamiliar to you, say, Atalanta. And as they finish speaking your name, the shape forms in a radiant visage. You find yourself in front of, in a sense, Graxus.
No. This is a weird sex dream.
Is it a weird sex prophecy?
What?
You made an oath with him.
Did I?
Yeah. You've taken on his oath.
What?
You took on his oath.
Wait. How did I take on his oath?
That was the deal we made. That's why he went away.
Atalanta.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh God.
Maybe I should have just been killed in battle.
I thought you were having a fun prophecy dream.
What the fuck did this happen? For a second there, I thought Kev was about to put you in a solo fight.
Oh my
It
god.
might still happen.
Oh no, come
I'm in a stream fight. This is an obligation. That's so much worse than a battle.
You are in a void.
Oh no.
You are in a dream state.
Oh no.
This feature, this soul of Graxus, find yourself before you speaking your name.
Yes?
Oh my goodness.
We have a sacred bond.
Can someone explain to Rebecca what the oath was?
I don't remember this.
It was a very general oath.
Oh, great.
I did wonder why you were agreeing to it at the time.
No one explained to me that this would come back to bite me in the arse.
It was very clear that it would.
Graxus continued. After you relinquished my soul from captivity of Xander, my body, which decayed over centuries, crumbled to the dust it should have been, but my soul, the fire that burned within me, continued on and was drawn to you. A fiery soul, a soul burning of my fury drawn to a soul burning of your fury. There I resided for time, unknown of my state and unknown of consciousness. You have done me one more kindness by having rights be spoken in my name. This has given me form, given me new consciousness. Though I was unknown to myself and yourself, whilst residing in your soul, I felt a malicious force try to tamper it some time ago. You will remember the night in Astoria when the curses that afflicted all of your party.
Oh, yeah.
A deep voice spoke your name, granting you advantage.
I don't remember that. It was you. You protected me.
I did it unknowingly because I was unknown.
Still, unknown or known, I thank you for your protection.
I have gazed witness upon deeds you have done since my freedom.
Uh-oh.
I see a kindred spirit in you and your furious will. You are a strong leader.
Yes.
Such as I was during the war. And I want to do what I can to help Delia, such that I could not in the times before.
What do you ask of me to aid you in this quest?
I ask that you allow me to accompany you.
Gladly. It would be an honor to have a warrior such as yourself accompany me on this journey. But I must warn you, it will not always be pretty.
You saw the state I was left in for centuries. I am not known to be pretty.
I'm glad we are in agreement then.
I will do what I can to help you and Gladius Astra and Delia. And you see his form, which was a flickering flame in the shape of Graxus, swirl and eventually wisp out as you feel where you were feeling a floating sensation. You feel gravity suddenly kick in, you drop as you fall almost back into your own body, and where you had dropped to the ground, your eyes shoot back open awake.
Water, get water!
I feel like you know, you're like looking up and everyone's faces are like this.
Yeah.
I promise.
Oh, do you have a prophecy?
I believe I've had too much emotional contact today. Perhaps we should get back to the villa.
And that is where we are going to end our session.
I'm just like possessed then.
This is just like a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Later.
That's my
Have a great
friend.
night, everybody. If you are indeed still listening, I love you very much. Take it away.
In a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
If you like making love
Yeah.
at midnight, at the dunes of the
Let's go in.